you can enable the module and you pay for the module that you want to use. So the module come with a floor plan, so which means you can put in your floor plan, and in the floor plan there will be spaces. Some of the spaces will be a sitting space that you can manage who sits where, manage the move and scenario planning. Some of the spaces might be a hoteling hot desking desk where you can allow people to reserve them. Right, so that is probably the new normal when people, out of COVID and return to the office. We also have visitor management, so where a visitor can sign in and notify their host, and their hosts know that they come in, or they can help them to check out, all using the same system. Okay. And then some of the space might be conference room. You can book a conference room, schedule a conference room using the room display panel app to hook into the room to show your schedule. And then we have mobile app, the web portal, the room display panel, the kiosk app. Everything is in one system, meaning that if you're interested on the room display panel now, but you want to expand to desk booking, you can just enabling it and using the same app to accessing all those modules.
Okay.
And here is some of our clients, and large and small, government agency, a global company, or a small company. And
nice.
It all fits in because you manage it, the backend yourself. Okay. You creating the location just like a folder tree. You can make it simple or make it as complex as you want. Okay. So yeah, some of them is like if you have over like 400-500 different locations, they use the system. And some people have one location, and we just default to that one location and get things done. Pretty simple. Again, is indoor mapping, sitting management. People find it. That's the one I said you can actually enabling it.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
As a phone directory. So you're on the road, you're looking for your colleague's phone information, just look at it, right, and dial right away.
So and right now, as we're changing over to Ceridian Dayforce, we don't have that capability, so that'd be kind of nice.
Yeah, so that will come with the mobile phone, so you just use that, it's free.
Cool,
and then
that's awesome.
The room scheduling, so you can using the mobile phone to look up the room schedule, or maybe find a free conference room. I need a conference room for the next hours. I need to have 6 people in it. I need to have a video conferencing. You can just use the phone to just scan it and book it directly from the mobile app. Anything you book in the mobile app shows up in your Outlook, show up in your room display panel automatically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, visitor management, that's the sign in for visitor to notify their host. And you can also define all the good stuff in your office, maybe where the kitchen is and where the restroom is, and people can understand your area a little bit better. So that is also free as well. Yeah, put in anything you want in the map to let people find it.
Okay, cool.
Some people even want to put in some external link. Maybe you want to put in a bus schedule or cafe menu and things like that, external link. So the app is not just boring of using our stuff. It could be more engaging to using other stuff, information you want to put into the system.
Cool, nice.
Yeah. And again, mobile app, desktop app, room display panel, visitor sign-in kiosk, and hoteling hot desking kiosk and all that.
Right on.
Yeah, you even offer custom branded mobile app, but yeah, those are extra costs. But you can use our standard app. You can access the same thing and customize the look and feel yourself, color, icon, and everything yourself.
Yeah, they definitely want to do that.
No, some company they said no, I don't want to install the Indoor Finder app. I want my NVIDIA app because it's not NVIDIA. I'm not installing it. So those companies pay extra to put the app in the app store.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice though, because then you can just tell anybody, hey, send out a mass email. This is how we're doing it now.
Yeah.
Just download it.
Yeah.
From the app store. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Otherwise, you can just download the Indoor Finder apps. The only difference between that two apps is you download the Indoor Finder app. Some people say, no, who's Indoor Finder? I don't want to download it. But the first time they log in, they just ask you what company you are from. You type in the company name and everything else experience exactly the same anyway.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And that's how people are looking at things and room display panel, right? Like that, right? So you show up with the upcoming schedule. And the color control the light as well. If you're ordering the Astro from Andrew, I'm not sure you're using the Astro or no.
Not today. They've already got our light mount set up. It's
they do have LED too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. So you have the LED, or Andrew actually have a new device. It's all in one. Those are cool stuff. The theme we come with a couple of themes you can select, but if you don't like any of the theme, you can have your designer say, that's how I want it to look like.
Okay, cool.
So you can have your own looking theme, but you come with a couple of theme already. So all you need to do is just select it and do it. And
Okay.
you can even put in an option to show the QR code. The reason why you want to show the QR code is that when I, as a user, if I book it from the panel, the system actually do not know that's me. It's just anonymous, right? It will not show up in my calendar, and people don't know I book it. But if I'm using a mobile phone to scan this QR code, it will bring the room to me directly, and then I can book right away, and that it will be under my schedule, and people know I book it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the room panel have no idea that's you, but your mobile app is tied to your name, so you know that's you.
Okay.
And in addition, you can also look at the floor plan, look at all the other conference room where they are, and you can even book it from this panel and then go over there. I'm not sure you want to do that, but you can do that if you want.
Yeah. Even if we have one at a front, even
Yeah.
if we had one at a front desk.
We could do a kind of a flight board. So we could do
Yeah.
like a 27-inch, 32 up to 65 if you want. Kind of flight board that allows you to see everything on the floor. Beyond that, obviously we didn't quote that out.
Yeah, so you can put in a flight board and design it a different way as well to group multiple room in one view to show their schedule as well if you want. That's included as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the room display panel. You can use the mobile app. You can actually look at all the schedules. You can even search. Your room maybe have A capacity, have projector and video conferencing.
Oh, that's sweet.
And can tell you which room is available.
Okay, cool. And that,
yeah.
And that right there, the fact that it will connect to our O365,
yes,
that's legit. That's perfect.
Yeah, so you think of our app is like another client of Outlook. We're looking at the same calendar. That's why you don't need any plugin or anything to install. No plugin, nothing.
Nice.
It's just a client.
Nice. Okay.
So you can book conference room. You can look at it from the desktop. You have more feature where you can look at every conference room one glance, which one is available, which one is not. And you can pick the spot and then book it from the desktop as well.
Okay.
So those come with your system. And People Finder, you can search your colleague, know their contact information, know where do they sit. And,
holy crap, that's
org chart and all things like that. So
that's freaking huge because we're like in a big ass building that's 5 levels, and we have half of our company, well, kind of. Most of the finance stuff is on 2, and the rest of us moved to 5. So all the time I'll sit here and be like, hey, where the crap are they at? And so that would be easier than walkie-talkies or putting bells on people. So yeah.
So for example, this is the demo site that I set up. I have multiple module turn on, but you can turn on whatever module that team needed. I even put in the cafe menu so I can look at what's available down there in the cafe menu or anything like that. So for example, the People Finder that you're mentioning. So if I go to People Finder, I can look at my colleague and Amy, for example, and it will show me all the people in the company. And you decided what information you want to show, right? So I show their look, and I know their department, I know their contact information. I can just call them directly from my phone. And you can even enable the org chart, right? So I know he's reporting to Jeremy, and let's see how far he go to the CEO. So you can know that as well, right? Depends on the data that you provided with the manager information, we can build those linkage automatically.
Yeah, this is like some sick deep stuff. That's cool. So
if I looking at Laura, for example, I know you have 15 direct report. Who are they? And you can actually see them. So that's up and down level as well. So those are.
So it also helps you as a point of contact where you can kind of see who does what. And if you're trying to find somebody, well, I don't know who I'd try and find. You can actually see that hierarchy. That's really cool.
Yeah, and you can also put in whatever information you want the team to be necessary. So you can put more information or less information as you desire to upload into our system and say which one is available for the user, which one leave it for the admin to utilize those information.
So let me ask you this, Jackie, on the people finder, that works when you are within the confines of the building, but as soon as you leave the building, people aren't going to see me out there visiting you in San Francisco. It's just within the range of the indoor finder, like Wi-Fi, right?
This it will be the information that you upload into our system, so you can import all your employee information in the system. So then you can just use it to look for anybody in your company.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So
the information you upload it into our system. Yep.
You're asking from a physical standpoint, are they being tracked like if they're home?
No, I have no idea where you are and all that. So, but
that's only when you're connected to the network at work.
Yeah. So,
okay, gotcha.
but you have a couple things that is useful. So, for example, this one show that Amy have a assigned desk. So this is 00A. I go to the building. I don't want to ask anybody where's Amy sit. I know where she sits. She's sitting in there. I will figure out how to look for it.
Cool.
And I can even enable this compass where I turn my phone left and right, and you're going to tell me it's on the left or on the right. I can figure it out that way. Or
come on.
Or before I'm looking for Amy, I need to go to the restroom first because I have a long talk and need some medicine before I talk to her. Show me those locations. It will show you where they are.
You take a shower, whatever.
Exactly.
Nice.
So, and this is the assigned desk. I do not know she is in there or not, but if you're coming into a future, the hybrid environment where people need to book a desk, you can actually looking at her upcoming reservation of a desk booking. So she's coming on the 24th, she's not coming on 29. Let's say next week she's coming on the 30th. She is she's working remotely, but on the 25th, he's working on 134, and that's the space that she booked. So I will look for her over there because that's the desk she booked for that day. So that's the desk booking module all linkage together, basically.
Okay.
For the room that I want to show you is that you can create a location. Like I have USA, I have New York, and I have different world too, but that depends on how you want to create your structure. I go to San Francisco, my 8th floor, and that's all my room. I can click on the individual room to looking at the room schedules. So I will see who booking what, right, in the schedule. So if I go into my room, somebody sit there, I will show my phone and say, that's my room, get out of my room. That's my place, right?
Okay.
Using Outlook doesn't work because the way how Outlook do is I book a room and the room can reject me, but my calendar still say I have the room. But in here, you're looking at the room calendar. The room calendar only have one, they don't have two. So you know which room they are. So that you can also looking at the photo of the room. Right? So you can see that. And you can also see what kind of amenity they have in the room. You can look at where the room is. And if I get lost, I have no clue where this room is. I'm wondering in the Zion's room, and hopefully that is Yosemite conference room. Zion's over there. That room is over there. Figure it out. That's not your room. So you can find out. If I have a customer coming in, I forgot to book a meeting. I greet them in the lobby, and you know how painful that moment will be because now I don't know which room I can go to. So let's hop into a free conference room. Nobody in there, sit down and have the meeting with my customers. And then somebody knock the door and say, hey, I have a meeting in here. And then you have to leave. And if you want to book a conference room at that time, bringing up your Outlook will take you forever to find out. So in here, we have find free room. I need it for an hour. I need a projector in it. I need to sit at least 6 people or 5 people. I do a find, and the system will go out to all the room and tell me this 2 room is available.
Nice.
I can just go in here and book the Sequoia conference room and say testing 1. And I can invite additional attendee, or I can just simply submit and book this room automatically. If you go into my Outlook, let me bring my Outlook in here. Bringing up my Outlook, my calendar, and as you can see, my test 1 booking is right there. Yep, so that's how simple the room display, the room is, and then go back to the display panel. That's the theme. You can look at the map. and you can change the theme on the back end, and we can even importing reporting issues if you wanted to.
Cool.
Yeah. So any specific question you want to look at before I changing some of the stuff so you can see the cool stuff that happened?
No, you've already got me. You've already got me sold on it.
Okay. Yeah. So for example, if I don't like the theme that I like to have this theme, so I can just change it. And as you can see later on, the screen actually changed and everything looks different.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just like that.
Nice.
It's pretty simple. I can view
So
the map
on
and
this-
see where things are. Yep.
On that screen, can we upload our own? I like the themes that are there. If it were me, I would,
Yeah, you
put
can
a
do
la-
some themes.
I'd put a landscape of San Francisco. Like we could even put our stupid logo.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's going to be your logo, definitely. And the
Okay.
background is I changing this setting is the global setting, right? But
Yeah.
in each room, for example, and if I go to the Yosemite conference room, with my Yosemite conference room, I have the same setting on the back end where you can actually changing all your background either to a different theme, a different background, so you can update a static background, or you can even use a something called the slideshow.
Okay.
But put a bunch of them and using a room specific slideshow. So for example, I'm doing this.
Oh
and
yeah,
this
that's
other
cool.
one I have, I save it and I save it, and then I changing the room, and they use I'm in the Yellowstone conference, so that's why it didn't show me all the fancy stuff. Let me switch my room. Hold on, and then I logging in. I'm going to change my room to Yosemite. They all start with the UI, Yosemite conference room.
Oh yeah, no, my list has one person right now. And I don't even really need the list for that person.
Hold on a second. Let me
No, you're good.
This is Yellowstone.
Cool.
Change Yosemite. Confirm. As you can see, that slideshow is going to come up, and you can change its transition, and you can change how long it stay and all that you want.
Sick.
Yep.
All right.
And in my theme here, as you can see, I even have more fancy stuff. I allow them to report issues.
Right.
So you can send an email to your ticketing system. I even enable something called a changing my language interface. I like Japanese.
I think that's.
And you can see the whole thing can change the Japanese.
Fortunately, the answer.
So those are all the options you can offer to your theme or not.
Yeah, I think what's really cool about this system, Shane, is that you can really make the face of your displays as simple or as crazy as possible when it comes to functionality. So I think one thing that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jackie, but you can even set this to where you can private, like make a meeting private.
Yep.
So if you've got something coming through that you don't want everyone to know who's meeting in that meeting or what they're talking about, you can set a private meeting. And yeah, you can just really.
You can way fancy it up any way you want.
So what I'm saying.
That's really cool. That's
So,
really cool.
And you're using Office 365, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then the setup, you can use it as simple as username and password to the system, or as fancy as you want to enable single sign-on to the system when people using the mobile phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So everything is all possible. And, up in your imagination. So any of the feature you can just enable and turn on. And if you want desk booking, then you enable the desk booking and pay for the desk you enable. That's all. But there's no limit in function. So you actually have the full suite of function. And you can even see which room is available, what kind of booking they have for your analytic down the road as well. Yep.
Okay.
I haven't shown you the desk booking. So for example, if you think about using it for desk booking, you can use this hybrid workspace, for example. The system actually showed me which day I have desk booking. So on the 24th, I book this desk, then 1:30.
Right.
But if I want to book a desk, for example, I want to book next on the 6th and the 7th, for example, I can make a new reservation. I can select my location. Let's say I book it on the San Francisco 8th floor. That's my default location. I
Right.
can tell the system that I want the 6 and the 7, and I need a dual monitor too. Find me the space that is available. And the system say you already have a booking on 24. Okay, we do that. Just go ahead.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's the space available. So click on it, book it, and that's all. You book a
You
desk
can-
and you come to office.
You can literally control everything that you're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
it's the
can
same
manage-
apps. Look at it, right?
You can manage how far they can book out, how many times they can book.
So anything security related.
You can find someone that's like, I'm gonna book this jet for 400.
Tickets at all?
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah. So if you
Oh.
need any of those components, you still work with Andrew. Andrew will take care of all those for you.